because I had like a couple relatives. Yeah, I'm fucking talking way too much shit. But yeah, I had a couple relatives who had like a stroke this year. I just want to make something that like is like chill enough for them to listen to in the condition that they are in, which is like recovering from a stroke. So that's just like kind of like what my motivation is, and just try to make something like a like a collection of songs that are just very very like very chill. Like people could like the same way that we're working right now, they could be in the background and just like not take up your mental space or anything like that. Just give good ambiance. Very easy to listen to. That's like what I'm working on now. But yeah, that's the gist of it.
That's fun.
All right, here we go.
I listen to much different music.
You like music?
A little bit different than SoFi.
Lo-fi?
Well, yeah, I listen to acid techno.
Acid techno.
Yeah, it's the best
Like
music ever made.
Aphex Twin? No.
I would. I, I wouldn't even. Yeah, I know who that is. I don't know if I would declare that.
Acid. All right, so don't fuck this up. Hold on. Yeah, that's like it's like sandstorm type shit. It's like sandstorm.
Yeah, but it's like
probably I'm not singing it right, but
it's kind of like dubstep, but techno.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I got. I mean, yeah, I think probably stylistically I'm a little different, but some of the shit, some of those sounds are on. Like, yeah, I did an album called. It's called Family. I think I called it right, but I called it. Yeah, Family. Yeah, Family. 2012. I mean, that's the height of like Skrillex and all that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so the album is probably the closest one in style to that style of music. But yeah, I'm looking through this run method, and it's like it's got some things in it. So, and it looks like it's calling that dunder. You were talking about that underscore call type trick, and it looks like you're using this here. If I'm reading this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you just gave me an idea.
Yeah. So here, you see my screen right here, and we're in the run method. You see?
Yeah, you give me a really good idea now.
Here, hold on. Before I, just so I can get this over with and get this PR. So, response. So I need to. So there's this. Yeah, right here. So I'm thinking I have to do something like this. Is this the right gist of? Because there's also a bunch of logic below that I don't know if this is gonna fuck with. But here, so if I go, if self dot streaming on and self dot LangChain events streaming events on, and why is this not getting picked up? LangChain events streaming. Yeah, LangChain streaming events on. Oh, hold up. No, I'm doing this right. LangChain. Oh, I just implemented a fix for on LangChain streaming events on. Okay, here we go. I see what I did wrong. Okay, so LangChain. All right, here we go. LangChain. Self that LangChain. Got that fixed. All right, next thing. All right, so this is what I think needs to be done. So if LangChain streaming events, then here we call pass, but what we're gonna do is call LangChain streaming events, and then else we call the regular shit. All right, and then you do that little hack, and then you go here. Yeah, this is what I think needs to be done. You can see this? Am I going the right direction?
Yeah.
You already know? You took one look, you already know?
Yeah, I'm fixing it right now.
My bad. Yeah, my bad, brother. I know. I talk way too much. I'm more aware. All right, cool. So, and you have integrations tests for this, or not really?
Well, anytime you write code, my friend, you need to create those tests.
But you have a shit ton of tests already?
Yeah. Well, not nearly as enough. We don't have enough tests. That's my point.
So. Stream. What the fuck? Nah.
Yo, I'm cooking like a bitch right now. This is gonna be insane. Seeing creating like really usable abstractions is very hard. You know?
Creating usable abstractions is very hard. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, you would know better than me. I'll put it like that. I haven't made Caligo. Yeah, so Caligo like I seen you say you have millions of agents in production. You have people using this framework or library. You have some sense of adoption. How are you measuring that, by the way? Like you just have a from all the people you've spoken to, you just keep a track in your head, or you have like a very accurate way that you're measuring the adoption.
We're measuring everything.
Okay, and yeah, okay, but yeah. So Caligo, like I said, I worked on it like a year last year. I looked at the commits too. I actually did last year. I did 1,300 commits. I mean, you've been going for a year and a half or year and a half, right? With Swarms, you said you're at almost 3,000 commits. So I did 1,300 last year on Caligo. So yeah, I mean, similar pace, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is that you got 1,000 stars and you got an adoption at that level, right? And well, I guess it's a different. I mean, this is more applicable. I mean, this is a lot more powerful, I guess, with what you're doing with Swarms. Now that I think about it, but I got 3 stars on my GitHub profile. So my abstraction or the usability of my shit, I don't know. Maybe I did the good abstraction, but like the agents are obviously a little bit more powerful than what I was doing. I did something similar in a very abstract sense, but I was more looking at things from like the patterns of how you would pipe in data to an LLM. So you're looking at it. The meat of Swarms is like you're looking at the different patterns of how you would organize agents, right? I looked at it. Caligo was more focused, at least what I focused in on, and it ended up being not that practical or like really exciting to people. But I was focusing on how different patterns of how you pipe data into an LLM because you have the context limits, right? So, yeah, the same way that you're building different patterns of how you organize agents, like sequential, parallel, hierarchical, blah blah. I focused in on the different patterns of how you pipe in data. So it's like, you can sequentially you can break up a huge amount of data into chunks and then sequentially feed it into an LLM with Caligo. You can also feed it in parallel. There's some other, you can also break it up into pages if you're dealing with paginated data. I mean, those are like the 3 modes that I focused on. I think I did a 4th one. Yeah, I did chunks, parallel, by page. But yeah, to answer your question, a long fucking rambling thing to say that I think your abstractions are performing better in the market than mine. So I'll humbly say, in response to your question of good abstractions are hard to create, you would know better than me. Long answer. All right, cool. So
interesting.
Yeah, then I did like an overall one where like, yeah, the last one I did is like similar, I guess, what you're doing with hierarchical or like with the sub agents, to where like you'll break up a huge amount of data into chunks, and then you eventually have, you can break those chunks into smaller chunks, and then those chunks into smaller chunks, and then you can process them up. It's like you're going up a tree up to the root node, right? And then you have the LLM process each leaf node, right, which is within, and then you can pass the result of that up the tree to the next. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you understand the mental model, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like you have a book, right? The book has 300 pages. You can only fit 100 pages into the context of an LLM that you'd like to read it for you. So you take the first 100 pages, the second 100 pages, third 100 pages, feed that into the LLM. Then you have an output from each of those 100 pages, and then you pass that output into the same prompt, right? And then you get the final output of like what the overall message, like useful for summarization of like maybe like a book or something like that. Or just to give it like an overall gist of what's happening over like a huge amount of data. But yeah, that's what I did with Caligo.
So many things to make, man. So many improvements. I need to fucking create a swarm of agents to help me build better features. You see, the biggest problem with agents now is the tool usage.
What do we just what do you mean by that? The tool usage?
Like taking actions on external platforms, like sending an API request to, fetch the weather or some shit. That's the biggest like limiting factor now. It's like, how well can agents use tools? Because that's an agent. An agent is something that has the freedom and liberty to achieve a goal. It needs to have the ability to use tools for that to happen reliably. Does that make sense?
You mean like there's not as many tools as you would like, or like you mean the tools that work now in specifically with swarms, with the swarms framework? Like the available tools that you have ready to go are very they don't have the greatest integration with the different platforms that you want to interact with. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, that's one of them. That's why we built the marketplace, so you could do that and store your tools. So if you go to the marketplace, we actually have functions that you could just reuse. But what I'm saying is the agents in general, because a human will typically use multiple tools in parallel at the same time. Like you use Discord, then you go back to VS Code, you go to Discord, you go to VS Code. It's like a big fucking mess, So yeah, that's how it is. I told you such is a big problem. We got to solve that. If we want agents to be like utterly fucking ridiculous, like ridiculously useful, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to like make tool usage very reliable. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. With for example, like a use case like that, I would like see, for what I'm doing with this YouTube, stuff is, if I could post a video and then I'll just give the agent the video and then it would upload it to YouTube for me, automatically make the best thumbnail, automatically make the, SEO optimized description, title, blah, blah, blah. Then also post on x.com, right? Post on LinkedIn, post on Instagram.
That's tool usage.
Exactly. And you're saying right now, the tools for executing all those commands on those third-party platforms, they're not even developed yet, and the ones that are developed still have shortcomings, right? Something along those lines.
Yes. Well, I'm saying just in general, like you could only maybe execute maybe 5 tools at once, and just the whole infrastructure for that's very fucked right now. So I think if we want to see like agents become like really really good, we're gonna have to like solve that problem because nobody has like really good tool usage right now, and that's because people have to kind of like reuse their own tools. And that's why we're building the marketplace, so you can like just put them there, and someone else can use a pre-built tool that works.
That makes sense. Yeah, I haven't checked out Crew at all. But you would say Crew is like a competitor, right? A leader, you would say, in one of the main players in the Swarm space.
Well, they copied our code base, so I wouldn't say they're competitors. I'd just say they're duplicates, or even.
So by learning Swarms, I'm also learning.
Yes.
Crew.
Yeah.
I was thinking for the YouTube video, it would be also interesting to do like at least a comparison of the two. But you're saying they're very identical, is what you're saying.
Well, not very. So they like whenever they started months ago, like 4 or 5 months ago, and they took the code that we had 4 or 5 months ago.
I mean, just kept running with it.
Yeah.
But that's what you wanted, though, right? Or no?
It is.
Okay. You're close friends. You're close friends with the CEO of Crew?
No, I don't really
like
him too much.
But you met him before.
Yeah.
You were at the event that GPT they did with Crew with the CEO.
No.
You know about it.
Yes, I've met him. I've like shaken his hand before. I don't even think he knew it was me, but it was very fun because we were just like gathering intelligence on what they were working next, and turns out we already made it like months ago. So it's kind of funny. The thing is, though, they're really good at marketing. I'll give them that. They're really good at marketing, but they're not doing anything really fundamentally special because we've already done it. We're just not that good at marketing it yet. I mean, hopefully one day I would like to acquire their company and merge them a part of Swarm. In fact, I like to merge and acquire every agent company and make them a part of Swarms.
Broke up. Can't hear you.
Hey, I would like to. I want to acquire every agent company and essentially build like a monopoly on agents.
Like on some Rockefeller shit.
Yeah, like the name of Swarms, like the legal name of Swarms is called the Galactic Swarm Corporation. So we want to like hold a like galactic monopoly on agents. So yeah, and it's going kind of well. We already have like a list of companies that we're like acquiring. It's kind of funny. But, Wow, el vaso está limpio. El vaso. Sí.
Self-A stream events.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, man, this next update of Swarms is gonna be fucking ridiculous. I have not been this excited in a long time.
A stream events. All right, so this is what I. Well, the thing is, I'm gonna now need to make. If I do it like this, I'm gonna now need to make the run function async. I don't know if that has like performance. Maybe I should do it.
So what you would do there is you would make the model run asynchronously. You wouldn't rewrite the whole function.
I think I'm doing this a little bit. The code here, honestly, it looks a little bit all over the place, but maybe it's clean code. I don't know. You would know better than me. Let me take that back. I would say I'm not familiar with this code. What I'm doing to it, I would appreciate your review on, because I'm not going to make a judgment call if it's good or not. I can say what I'm doing to this thing. I'm not sure if it's good or not. That makes sense.
You're trying to get the response from the model asynchronously?
Here, can you take a look now? I think I have something that's like worth your while.
Okay.
Well, here it's a yield. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make this. Can you see this or no? You have the computer?
Hold on.
Yeah, and it's a big function, so I'm gonna have to scroll, make it like minimize it.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's the run, right? The original run. So I'm inside of Swarm Structs agent, right? So we are testing a sequential swarm, right? And then we want each agent within the sequential swarm, to stream its output. So what I do is I set a property on each agent to have streaming on to true, and then I also put LangChain streaming events on, because this seems to me, I can't fuck with this because that's going to break some other shit if I fuck with it. So just to be, additive and not editing anything, I added a new event, right? So when the sequential swarm gets executed, eventually it comes into this agent class, right? And then for each agent in the swarm, it's going to trigger this run method. You follow me? Am I explaining well, clearly?
Yeah.
You got it? All right, cool. All right, so it's going to come into this run method, and then this is what I added. And this is my question to you: so if the agent gets executed, right? And if the agent has streaming on to be true and streaming LangChain events on to be true, then I guess I could remove this. I suppose I could remove that. But I don't know if you would want streaming on, I might be able to just do it like this now that I'm thinking about it. Right? But if LangChain streaming events are on, then it's not going to call the regular LLM call, right? I'm going to stream I'm going to do the stream events like this. But yield needs to be right. Hold on. Like this. And then I think this is going to do a runtime error because
you need to have a variable called response.
Say it again.
You need to have a variable called response that is the tokens. So as you can see, the response is what's going to be fed into all the other.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So I guess what I have to do is, because the way they do it is fuck. I mean, what's the right way to do this? So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be possible. You're saying that I need to have the final output for this execution stored into the response variable. That's what I'm hearing from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What does that say? Line 715. If false, and
oh no, this is just I'm just because I didn't want this to be executed when I was testing it, so I'll just put it like that. This is what it would be like.
So I don't think this is gonna work because you're gonna. So to use async, you need an async function.
Yeah, I said you didn't hear me say that. I said I'm gonna have to make this async for this to work. I said that about
just make
5 minutes.
Make a new function called async a run. Just put an a in front of the run, and then you could do that.
Async a run, and then I'm gonna have to change one. This is gonna be the rearrange agent rearrange, and then this is the run on the rearrange. Then
So
what I call
on the
a run.
On the run, what you can do, or on the rearrange, what you could do is you could have a new parameter saying LLM call LLM async. If set to true, then it'll just run async.
On the okay, so you're saying in the run of the rearrange, accept another parameter called run, I guess stream LangChain events. I don't know what you call it. And then here, if that stream LangChain events on the rearrange object is set, it's not going to call. This is for sequential, right? It's not going to call run. It's going to call a run. So it'll be like if so or LangChain stream LangChain. This is what you're saying, right?
Yep.
Agent a run.
Yep. Well, you also need current task. So current task equals agent.
All right.
You need the variable. There's no. You didn't put a variable.
I didn't put a variable. What are you talking about?
You didn't say current task equals agent dot a run.
Current task equals agent. God, I'm not following what you're saying.
Okay, look at the else. Okay, look, go down. Look at line 254. What does that say?
254. 254. 254 says current task.
Oh, 264, I guess.
Yeah. 264. 264.
Current task equals. There's a variable there. There's no variable in 260.
Oh, got you. Okay. Oh, my bad. My bad. As you can see, I'm not that smart. All right, cool. So stream LangChain events. All right, so then that's going to be self.stream LangChain event. All right, then I go stream LangChain events. But I have to check also that the agent or like the agent is using a LangChain LLM.
Okay.
Right? Because not I mean, you have other models besides LangChain models, right? In this framework.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, so I have to, and I'm going to follow that API. So self.stream LangChain events. But yeah, then this would assume that all of them are LangChain models. Fuck. Yeah, this is getting complicated. It's getting ugly. Why wouldn't this work the way we were doing this before? Just with this. So you're saying making the shit async, making run async that's going to have performance implications, right? It's not even.
Just copy paste this, make a new function called async def a run, and then that'll work.
But then I have to call that from the I have to call from the rearrange, right?
Yeah.
But if you're using if you're using a swarm that
Also,
has
another thing you could do, instead of saying equal equals, you could do is. So you just say if self langstream events is true.
Yeah.
That looks much easier.
You like that? Okay. But the problem that I'm seeing is that what if somebody uses a swarm where they have models in the swarm that are not LangChain models?
Look, I fixed this. I thought exactly what you were thinking now.
Uh-huh.
And I went ahead and made a method that checks to see. Look, so there's a method that checks to see if there's methods for the class. So we check if this has call, if this has run, if this has generate, if this has invoke, then use them. Does that make sense?
So you're saying the dunder? This is some dunder shit, or no? No.
What this method does is it checks to see if the LLM has any of these methods and auto executes the model.
If it doesn't, though, then what happens?
Well, then I don't know. Well, you just
so the thing is, what if it's
the user has to have a model that fits one of these methods?
Okay, I see. And then you're saying Lang. Which one is applicable to LangChain?
Invoke, generate, call. Doesn't have run though. That's ours. So any of these, if it has generate, invoke, run, call, that'll work.
Call LLM. All right. Well, we're gonna test this anyways, right? So, I just don't want to waste time or just do the wrong thing. So, stream. You're saying this is what you're fucking with. So, on the rearrange class, we add another property called I'm calling it stream LangChain events because this API of these events are specific to LangChain. So I think that's the right name. Stream LangChain events. By default, it's false. And then we will set it here. Stream LangChain events. And then when the swarm is run, if not, damn. Are you saying I could take this shit away with the stream LangChain? You're saying you still want this a run shit, or is what you showed me gonna? All right. The thing is, all right. So you're sorry.
Just try it out and see what works.
All right. All right. Well, I'm assuming I don't see. I think this. Obviously, I'm not familiar with the framework yet, but I think there might be issues if you're using a mix and match of LangChain models in your swarm with non-LangChain models. I think there might be an issue there, but don't quote me on that. All right, so a run. So if stream LangChain events is on, we're calling a run, and then that's going to be on the agent. And then we're going to create another method called I have it here. There we go. So we'll call it a stream. Yeah. Or I could call it, we could call it a stream events to keep it in sync with LangChain's API.
Sure.
Yeah. Stream LangChain events. Yeah. So it's a stream events. All right. Then I'm calling it here. All right. So then see if this works. All right. And am I doing anything? And run. All right. All right, testing. So if I go rearrange test, that's going to call these two agents in sequence. I'm calling run on the rearrange object. Okay, I gotta set stream lang chain events to true. Stream lang chain events. Ooh. Yep, it's working. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So it goes to the next one, right? Oh, hold up. Oh, is that right? Hold up. Did I do that right? Oh, no, my bad. Hold up. Tripping balls, didn't do shit. Get that back, I didn't do anything. Okay, here we are. Now we're doing a test. And you're saying I gotta do. A stream events. Yeah, this doesn't make any fucking sense. A on stream. All right, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna create another function on agent rearrange called a run.
That's a good
I
idea.
think that's clean. A run.
That is a very good idea. That is a good idea. Yes, indeed.
We don't even need this anymore.
Additional recommendations. You should come to our workshop tomorrow. We're going to be doing a workshop on a new swarm we're working on called Spreadsheet Swarm. And basically it allows you to, it essentially allows you to manage the outputs of tens of thousands of agents all on one spreadsheet.
You have a guy doing it. You have a guy building like a UI for this framework, or no? Yes, you have
Yeah, we do.
multiple people.
Yeah, we have a team, a front end team. Actually the open source for the marketplace is open source. You can check it out on Swarm's platform. It's here.
Run.
I'll send you.
Crazy. A run. All right. A run sequential. All right. Just for testing purposes, I'm doing a run sequential and rearrange agent rearrange, a run sequential. A run. I've got.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put on some music. We gotta get this party fucking started.
I did this hack. Let's see how it works. Shit. It says shit was never awaited.
Shit. No good. What the fuck? need a louder keyboard.
Dead.
Pew, 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 pew. Yes.
Dead.
Is this what I
Is this what I-
Return out.
Return out.
Schema. Muhahaha.
Why do this? Keep doing this. Out here in places like this. Pretty much alone, risking your life. Really have someone special back at home waiting for you. Why do you do this? Keep doing this. Out here in places like this. Pretty much alone, risking your life. Really have someone special back at home waiting for you.
building agents, always building agents. I love agents.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
that. Just built a new swarm, built a new swarm. Let's go.
No, just to make you come. Just to make you come. You hear me? Yeah. Yeah, just to make you come, just for 5 seconds. Ready? Here, let me show you what I got.
Huh.
You ready? You see my screen? No, I see your screen.
What?
I said, here, let me show you this just to make you come.
Okay, I'm looking.
Right? You see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, ready? There we go. So here, running the rearrange test, right? So it's calling the first agent in the swarm. Now it streams out the output. Right? Now we come to the second agent in the swarm. All right?
It just spits out.
Streams it out in real time.
That's cool, bro. That's honestly damn. I honestly thought that would take much longer than it took.
It still needs some. I mean, I did like a stupid hack, but I mean, I don't know. Here, yeah, because what I'm doing is I'm streaming it out, and then I call. But what I'm gonna do is this is what I'm gonna do. Let me know if you like this. It doesn't sound like you give a fuck, 2 fucks, as long as it works. But so you see these lang chain events. The last one is called on end. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need to pass in. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does the well? I guess I could just look, right? I mean, so the current task is this is just a string, I'm guessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all I have to do is just wait for the last event from the LangChain event stream, and then this is going to give me back the final output for that model call. This is what I pass to the current task, right? And then that just returns, and then that gets passed into the next agent, right? In the swarm, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the last thing I have to do. And then also, I made this just for sequential, but I guess you want me to test or like
Concurrent would be another problem. It'd probably.
That's
I mean,
what-
if you could
that's what I'm
solve it, if you could do it, then I mean, that would be nice. But if you think it'd take too long, then
I mean, yeah. I guess I'm still learning your style. With me, I guess that's the thing. I guess I don't know. Like I don't know how meticulous you are, or how like OCD you are with how you want things. But yeah, I guess I have to ask that to qualify with you. But yeah, this is the way that the API. So you would say agent rearrange, right? And the way that you would trigger this is like I left the original shit alone, so it doesn't have any side effects.
okay.
And just so that I kept it simple for myself, because like in the run function on the rearrange class, you have support for parallel and sequential in the same function, which I don't know. I think maybe it might be cleaner if you separate it.
Yeah.
I guess that's not up for debate now, but I'm saying for this async approach, you could have one. I mean, I guess it would be slightly I don't wonder if there would be a lot of duplicated code. But have you thought this through? You want it to be parallel. Hold on. Can you have a swarm where certain parts are executed in parallel and certain are executed in sequence, or is it binary for the time being?
That's the goal with the
pattern,
the agent rearrange.
that you can combine either or.
Yeah.
So you want to have one method where you run the swarm, and it has support inside of that single method.
It already does.
Exactly. Okay.
It
So
already does. If you add the comma sign, like I told you.
I guess I have to test that, because I don't have it right now. I'm just doing this use case with 2 agents, but I guess I could do one where like generate 3 articles in parallel, right? I could, but generate and summarize. Oh, just to keep it simple, right now I have a sequential swarm, 2 agents. One agent generates an article, the second one summarizes it. I could do as a test for the parallel. I could have, I guess I could have 2 agents that generate 2 articles in parallel, and then and then that is followed by, so I guess 2 sequential sequences that happen in parallel. That's supported. Like I could have one article get generated by one agent, one article generated, and then each of those articles
Have you read the
gets
docs?
summarized. What's up?
Have you read the docs?
I looked through them. I mean, I have been testing quite a bit of shit, and most of the shit that I've tested, as you've seen, has. I mean, to be fair though, I understand. I can't be asking you this volume of questions. It just doesn't work. That I understand, but you're saying that would work though. I could have. By the sound of it, that's what you're saying. It would work. Is there an example of that you could point me to in the, or is that not a
Agent
working
rearrange.
example?
Go to docs.swarms.world.
Docs.
Python.
Yep.
And then go down. Rearrange. Right there, agent rearrange. Down. All right, go up a little bit. Up. There you go.
Okay, so I would do
You can
2
mix
of
and
these.
match.
Yeah, so I would do one like this. I would have worker 1 into summary 1, and then worker 2 into summary 2, right?
So if you have a comma sign, those agents are gonna all run at the same time, and then they're gonna send the output to the next agent in the loop.
And then this guy will be able to reference the output of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So it sounds like you have that ready to go. So I'll test that. All right. So let me just get this working, and then I'll move on to that. And then I think that's going to be it for this PR. That'll be enough. If ha 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 if identity is task equals
Yes. All right, I'm back.
all right. It says a JSON object must be a string, not a byte. JSON object must be a string, not a byte. Oh.
Holocaust generation. Holocaust generation.
Yeah, I don't mean in a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, I got a meeting now. I'll be back soon.